Great. Yeah. So hi guys, this is Chris from DoraHacks. I'm gonna be the host for today's project demo session, and it's my honor to host you guys today. This is a OpenSea plus Replit Hello NFT Hackathon project demo session. Uh, a little bit background for this hackathon. It's a 7-day hackathon, and also it's the first time that DoraHacks support OpenSea and Replit team for the first time, and which is very like we got a very juicy result for the whole hackathon in the end. In only 7-day period, we got 73 project submissions with a lot of innovations and impressive mechanism being added to this super brilliant teams. Yeah, so today we are very happy to have 5 teams with us. Actually, 4 teams with us. They are Proof of Story Protocol, BSC and Chain IDE developer, OPLUB. Yeah, so without further ado, let's welcome the first project to start, which is the Proof of Story Protocol. Yeah, Haiku. Yeah,
that's Huck. Yeah, thanks, Chris. I'll just start. Let me share my screen. Yeah. So welcome to the presentation of Proof of Story Protocol. Now describe your careers with NFTs using POSP. So with the advent of our online presence increasingly, such as like what kind of events we attend and what are we really interested in, increasingly getting linked to our wallet address, there is a need of a protocol that enables individuals to show the story of their career using their wallet address. So we at POSP are building a protocol that enables organizations to award their contributors with NFTs as a proof of their contribution, or as we like to call it, proof of their story. So organizations just have to fill a very small form, which takes about 2 to 5 minutes. They have to enter the details that they want in the NFT, and an NFT is sent to the recipient. So if DoraHacks wants to send a contributor an NFT, they have to fill this form, and that contributor will get this NFT, which describes the work that they have done in DoraHacks. Now let's understand what kind of benefits does it have from a DAO perspective. So the first point, with contributors working in multiple DAOs for very short-term gigs, it's increasingly difficult for DAOs to find the right person, and DAOs have to do it at a higher cadence in comparison to traditional organizations. So, but then with POSP, the DAOs can quickly understand the work done by a person by glancing through the NFT collection that the candidate holds, and they can also believe in the collection. They can also believe in the connection more than resumes or websites, since other organizations award these NFTs. While most of these things on a personal website or a resume are self-claimed. Third, these NFTs can also increase the satisfaction level of the contributors towards the DAO, as it will provide a sense of accomplishment to them. Now let's understand the benefits from a contributor's perspective. So while it's relatively easy for developers and designers to prove their work using GitHub or Behance, proving your experience becomes like really complicated for folks like product managers, community managers, ecosystem evangelists, etc. So POSP will enable them to prove their contribution to different projects using their wallet ID. So as shown in the previous, as shown in this mockup, they can share the POSP profile, which will contain the NFTs that they have been awarded to find new gigs, or just brag about it in front of their friends. Now let me just share. Let me just share a demo video.
An NFT is sent to the recipient. They first have to connect their wallet, and organizations have to fill a small form with the details that they want in the NFT. This process can take up to from 2 to 5 minutes, and an NFT is sent to the recipient. They first have to connect their wallet, and enter some of the details here. The list includes details like organization name, the person that should receive the NFT, number of NFTs, description of the work done by the person, link to the digital art that will be associated with the NFT. As of now, we support IPFS links only, but we can support other links as well. And lastly, the recipient's email. And we click on mint to sign the transaction and actually mint the NFT. So these the form inputs that we had in the last screen can change after further market research, after understanding what type of details are DAOs really interested in. And we confirm the transaction there. So now this application is going to fetch this particular image from IPFS and upload the metadata to IPFS again, and then mint this NFT. Let's go back to Polygon Scan and check if we have a new transaction. And yeah, as you can see, we saw a transaction 55 seconds ago. Let's look at this transaction, and we can see that there were 5 tokens as we entered earlier, 5 tokens with token ID 21 minted here. To actually see the NFT connection, we will have to create an app that shows the NFTs linked to every wallet. But for now, we have this feature where we can put in token ID and get the metadata URI of that particular transaction or that particular token ID. So the token ID was 21. We enter 21. We get this URI. We copy this URI and we enter it here. And this is the details that we entered: ETH Global, amazing community manager, the email was this, etc, etc. So the details match there. Now one can also see these NFTs on OpenSea for now, but unfortunately OpenSea can take sometimes a little bit of time to see to fetch the details. But I think we were able to fetch the details, and as we can see here, ETH Global, community management, and amazing community manager. These are the details that we entered. So yeah, you can see the NFTs on OpenSea as well as fetch the metadata URI. In future, this will be an app basically that will help you get this information. Now coming to the point of the tech stack. So in this project, we use JavaScript with React framework, and we use Firebase to deploy the front end. We developed the smart contract in Solidity using OpenZeppelin libraries. We tested it in Remix and then deployed it on Ropsten using Hardhat for further testing. We eventually deployed it on Polygon. To store the metadata and image files, we used IPFS and used NFT.storage libraries to implement this functionality. And to design the mockups, we used Figma. So yeah, that's it from our end. Thank you for your time.
Well, that's not it. There are a few things other that I would like to share. Let me just switch back to, yeah. So that was the demo and tech stack. Now coming to the roadmap. So we have been able to develop the front end and an ERC 115 standard smart contract for this project. We have also been able to show it on OpenSea. Now, as the next step, depicted in the third box, we want to improve the user experience by creating a full-fledged website, support all types of art, support multi-sig wallets, etc. And after that, we can focus on developing an application that makes it easier to view their profiles, such as we have in PoApps. And after that, we can focus on aggregating protocols and apps to completely depict the story of a person. So, for example, integrating POSP with Jira, and after every epic completion, a contributor is awarded an NFT automatically, or with any other Web2 application that is somehow linked to a career, and then it can depict the whole story of that person. So yeah, other than this, while developing, there were a few hurdles that we faced. We wanted to save the metadata as we minted the NFTs, and we had to save this metadata and NFT in IPFS. Hence, to store the data on IPFS, the NFT storage API store function fetches images from the URL and then takes the image as a blob and into the metadata, which was an issue for us, as the store functions gives the file name same as metadata.json, and the file names were different. There were different CIDs for multiple tokens. So this was solved by using a store directory function, which gives us an option of a custom metadata and then custom file name, and it can resolve the issues of image loading on. It also resolved some issues on image loading on OpenSea, which we are facing as well. The second problem was, as I mentioned, image loading on OpenSea, and we solved we solved this issue by by uploading it on IPFS and then passing the CID URL as a parameter to the link of the digital art, using that store directory function. So yeah, that's pretty much it from our side, and open to questions if there are any.
Got it. Yeah, thank you very much. So one question from me is that because to personally
Hello?
to my
Sorry, Chris. Can you start with the question again? I think I.
Yeah, sure. So personally, through my perspective, I think proof of story, like the whole mechanism is a little bit similar to POAP. Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Sorry, Chris. I'm not sure if I was able to listen to the whole question because you got cut. But I think you mentioned that this is very similar to POAPs, and yes, this came as an inspiration from POAPs, and but then the focus is different. The focus is around creating easing the problem for DAOs to hire someone, as well as people to show their work and not what they're exactly doing. So in POAPs, it's mostly around what kind of events are you attending or what kind of people are you hanging out with. But so that's more like social Facebook or Instagram kind of thing. But then this, if we compare it into Web 2 world, this is more like a LinkedIn or Glassdoor, LinkedIn or Glassdoor of Web3, where the idea is to just focus on what work has the person been doing and how they have been doing it, and then show it in a more holistic manner which connects to the wallet ID.
Got it. Yeah, that's pretty much covered the questions that I want to ask. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris.
Yep. And we can move to the next project.
So first and foremost, thank you, DoraHacks, for this opportunity. And I'll start by saying our OpenShill's aim. So our goal is to make it easy for all NFT projects to reward their Twitter community. So a few weeks back, I spoke to a few NFT holders about how they feel if they were to be rewarded for their shilling efforts on Twitter. So without doubt, many of them responded positively, stating that it would be great if their efforts could be recognized. And this was the start of the idea for OpenShill. So we have all heard of the saying that community is everything for any NFT projects. But what exactly is community? So for us, we define it as the awesome ones on Twitter. They spend the time and effort to build the community in their own ways. So as you can see on the left side, we have left and middle, we can see some amazing artists on Twitter making some awesome derivatives of different NFT collections. And then on the right, we have our user-friendly community members that keeps our NFT collections more lively. But I think, however, it's quite apparent that more often than not, the NFT community is underserved and also under-rewarded. The creator community imbalance means that the creators tend to take a big portion of the rewards upfront, and usually this means pocketing a big portion of the minting profits, whereas the community are left with promises of future rewards and roadmaps. One other thing that OpenShill would like to change is that instead of spending a large amount of money on overpriced crypto influencers, we would like to move the monetary gains away from these crypto influencers and into the community. So now I'll spend a bit of time talking about the value chain and life cycle of OpenShill. So essentially, Firstly, we have like a user tweeting about an NFT project. In our case, it's OpenShill NFT. And then secondly, we note that the tweet of the user will increase the market presence and hence the NFT value. And lastly, we would like that the increase in value would be passed on to the user that tweeted this. And then the life cycle of this entire value chain will repeat itself. So now I'll showcase a short demo of how OpenShill works. So as you can see from this Twitter account, I have tweeted and tagged OpenShill NFT. And heading to the website of OpenShill, the user will be able to, this is the homepage of the website. The user will be able to enter into the project itself, which is OpenShill. This is an NFT project which the user can then claim from. So clicking on the claim button, we can see that the user has successfully earned 0.004 ETH for his contributions. So as the user contribute more and gets more interaction based on his tweets, the user can earn more from his community efforts. And yeah, if the user, once the user has the NFT in his wallet, he can then transfer the money from the website to his account. So that's the main essence of OpenShill. And essentially with that, we look forward to a world where more NFT projects will reward their community members for spending the time and effort to shield their projects. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you very much, OpenShill team. Definitely looks really interesting and address a very important problem in the NFT marketplace right now. Yeah, so looking forward to see how you guys build your project in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much for the amazing opportunity.
For sure. Yeah. Let's move to the BSC and Chain IDE team again. So hi team, are you guys ready for now?
Hello. I'm staying on it. I'll not get it done. Just a minute. I've been trying to reset, like trying to get my account login back.
Okay, so maybe we can put you in the next project demo session. So please make sure you can fix the problem before the presentation starts. So like everything can go smooth. Yeah. So I think we can end it up here today because another team won't be able to join us as well. So yeah. So thank you for all three teams to join us. Thank you for your time and participation. Yeah. Looking forward to see how you guys can build your project in the future. Thank you very much and have a good one.